Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back, and he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things.
Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names you just mentioned. We're expecting this running game to be elite.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On the move at the 30. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Smothers. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He wants to change this route. Manning. Shoots it to the left. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on second down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing it.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Rushes on him. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Rides to the back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. At the end of the play, there's a Georgia Bulldog who has yet to get up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Hauls it in. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Arch Madness. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll move the tight end. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He makes the grab. He's down right there, but he has plenty to pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Wow, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, Manning. Here's a heat. Quarterback gets the first down. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just
finding some room. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he added the extra point. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Stockton. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Humphreys. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The run inside. It's Phillips. Could be an alley. The 20. To the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their 2nd drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find their way.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. If defense does their job, gets them the football back, they come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Return. Sweep. Here's Arch to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Here we go. Ready. Cross. Go. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Hey, man, this defense, they look a little bit frustrated. Like, he's done this time and time again here in the first half, and it's still early in this football game, but they got to find an answer for his legs. Like, he's chewing up too many yards, making too many big plays. Got to find a way to make him one-dimensional and make some bad things happen when he tries to take off and run the football.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Running inside. It's Phillips. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Dogs! He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first. They'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
On the run, it's Smothers. Maybe a crease. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Touchdown, Longhorn. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. get another look at this Bulldog offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse, I'm assuming he's going to touch it again.
You're absolutely right, David. Everybody in this stadium, I think, is expecting him to get it again, too. Big-time players make big plays in big games. Let's see what he can do here.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Dumps it off in the flats. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Throws to the tight end. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up, was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Here comes the Texas offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Might be calling a hot route. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Inside the 40. There he goes. 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
It's searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People try to catch him. They didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll try to run for it. There's a crease. Bulldozes his way through. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Georgia. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Longhorns will hustle to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's Manning to throw. He's going to let it go. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really... He lets one fly deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Running behind that left side. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Quickly to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Trainer's out having a look at this junior defensive back. Holly Rowe will update us on his condition. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Looking left. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Wants to throw on first down. Escapes the pressure going right. Back open in the middle. Running through contact. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Working that wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. The run inside. It's Phillips. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now the play fake. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense. Being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Who needs a 2-minute offense? When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Here we go. Ready. Return. Slugs.
To throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Caught by Coleman. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Hit as he throws. He's got an open man. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, touchdown Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Sails one into the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. Really got to sell the route. The quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Motion from the wideout. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Complete to the right. Caught, and he's got room. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
The textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing Manning. He turns that loose down the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's the Cougars looking to make it 5 straight wins, and they do that. They essentially lock down a postseason spot, although I think their goals are far bigger than just that. Here now, a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big Ten.
the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready. They're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Under fire. Finds a man on the left. Breaks into the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
As a defense, you always have to be aware of this guy. You know, having watched film, he's got the speed to get behind your safeties, and they let him get behind him there. That was a big play offensively, and the defense, they've got to change up their coverage.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Running inside, it's Phillips. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Might have a chip. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The officials blow the whistle to stop play, and there is a Longhorn shaken up. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
Over. Down, ready. Red 18, red 18. Go.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. And the Longhorns want to move quickly. Quarterback making checks.
Hey, move. Rock. Ready, go.
Manning. Unloads it downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
I like the aggressive play call there on offense. You're taking a shot on 3rd and short, and maybe what you're thinking is, even if this is incomplete, we're going to stay on the field and we're going to go for it on 4th. But really nice route, beautiful throw. I don't know if the defense was expecting that, and they gave up a big one through the air.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.
White 29. Go.
Pulls it on the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring.
95-96 Bridge. 95-96 Bridge.
Keep it on the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Arch Madness. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted for the 11th time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Handoff to the single back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Finding it, got a little grass. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Turns it loose. Working on the right. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Man, you blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's right up on the receivers. Back to throw. It's Stockton. A little release to the back. Jumped on top of the pile.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. They had a little extra time to this third down play. It's complete to the left, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter and take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights. With all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him, he delivered.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They're in a precarious spot here. That lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He might want another play. Brown again. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Fires left. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but, man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big third down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
Let's see what he can do with it. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touched.
Breaks into the open on the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Handoff to the lone back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. The run inside. It's Phillips. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldog!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, we've got a 2-possession lead.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out. Goes high to pull it in. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to...
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Running inside. It's Phillips. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football?
Maybe some room here. Got enough for the first. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The Dogs are marching down the field. Gets the back moving. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
The negative play leaves them with 2nd and 12. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Off play action. flushed out of the pocket. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And it's good! Still a one-score game, and they've got a little breathing room.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Here's Brown to begin the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one. And now we've reached a 2-minute timeout. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They're going to test the right side with this one. There's some room. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful.
He wants to go deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
To throw, Manning. Here's the pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Looking to the big tight end. A spectacular one-hand grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. Just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Bring in the heat. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Arch to throw. Pressure coming. Quarterback got it himself. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. Going to the run, it's Smothers. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Timeout on the field, and that's the second called by Georgia. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air, it's Manning. Oh, they're after him, and they got him.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And what a big 3rd down stop for this defense, and now it's decision time.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Fourth down, Manning. He wants it all. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And I don't know what happened at halftime, but man, did this defense play night and day different. They got it together, and really, they gave so much momentum to their offense by continuing to get stops, playing totally different with energy, with passion. Palmer, it's a clinic from first half to second half to what this defense just did.
Yeah, kudos to the coaching staff, too, for the adjustments they were able to make at halftime and showing a couple of different looks here in the second half. But at the end of the day, it's about the Jimmies and the Joes on the field. Those guys were winning their one-on-one matchups defensively, shutting this offense out. You're right, David, night and day, and that's why they're winning this game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Phillips. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.